Yeah, I got my flush trim bit set up in here, so there's a bearing that's gonna run against this edge and flush up that plywood that we left a little bit proud there on purpose. Yeah, so we'll just go rip around this and then do the podium body itself, and we'll get cooking. Needs the electricity. I got all these edges trimmed up, nice and flush now. We're gonna concentrate on the top. I can't run my router along there, so we're just gonna use a little hot plane and check it against the level here, just so that top sits nice and flush when we're all done. Good enough. All right, next up in this process, we're gonna fill up all these screw holes that we put in and also scrape off any of that glue that's squeezed out. There's quite a few holes we gotta do. 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. Plus there's another bit in the front. We have all of these ones. Those ones down there. All over the front, and of course on the base too, there are a bunch. It's not a hard thing to do, just a little tedious. Just gonna take some of this wood filler. Kind of has a drywall compound consistency to it. That's a bit too much, but whatever. And all you do, just force it on in there, just like that. You can see it's not going to be perfect. We're going to let this cure overnight, come back, light sanding, and then just touch up the top right here. Sanding and filling and sanding and filling, and then some more sanding, and I think we've got our screw holes pretty much covered up here. So what we're going to do now is cover the edges, because if you just paint it as is, this grain, or this edge grain, is going to show through. So what I'm going to have to do is go over this and just give it a light sanding with some 220. And then we're gonna go and cover it up with some more of that wood filler. Okay, so we have all this sanded here, and we're just gonna float some wood filler on it like you would drywall. And the key is you don't want to put so little that's not gonna do anything. And if you put on too much, well, you're gonna have a heck of a time sanding all that off. So let's throw a bit. It's a nice even coat. See, if you put too little, and you can see that grain coming up here, that's not going to be enough to cover it up. So you need to make sure. That that's mostly covered. Now again, not too thick, you're going to be spending an eternity sanding, and that's, no one wants to do that. There There we go. And when we sand it, we're just gonna transition that in there. I'll go all the way around the top, bottom, and the sides. Well, this is right lathered up now. Got a lot of wood filler on there. We're gonna give that a good hour to dry, and then we're gonna sand it off and see what we get. In the meantime, I'm gonna do the rest of the pieces, the podium front and the base. Let those cure too, and then we'll sand them all at the same time. I'm done with sanding. That's all I do. Sand here, sand there. Love the sand. Besides the dust and the noise, you know, it's really not that bad. Just gave everything a quick wipe down. Ugh. What we're gonna do now is look at our first coat and see if we can find any imperfections. So you can see right here, there's some low spots, which, you know, this is to be expected. Not quite liking the look of that corner. But we'll go over it all, do some touch-ups, do one last sanding, and then she'll be ready for paint. How does this look here? See, even here. Oh, we'll fix that up. Nothing a little sandpaper can't fix. Stir it up. Good old darling, stir it up. Come on, baby. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Oh, good folks, spray with even strokes. Okay, we spray painted the inside of the lettuce here, so we're gonna take our brush again and just go lightly over top, making sure you don't get any drips that get in there. We'll see how these letters pop. Get the most of our paint off of here. And just slowly, oh, I'm nervous. I don't know if that's gonna work. There's a little bleeding in there. I'll have to figure out a way to get rid of some of that. Back to the thinking tank.